Hey besties, welcome back to Immigration Help 101 and Golden Path Solution. So as you guys come on in, I'm gonna talk about certain things when it comes to, just the interview, right? A lot of persons are doing interview. Hi besties, how are you guys doing? A lot of persons are doing interview and they're not hearing back. It's just a lot that's going on. Thank you, ma'am. Go to your daddy. Go to dada. Sorry. So there's a lot that's going on, all right? And people just need to be prepared for their interview, all right? Just because. All right, so I will take questions. Like if you're gonna ask your questions, ask your questions. I will take your questions and I will answer them. Again, I'm not an attorney and I don't give legal advice. You guys can follow us on Immigration Help 101 on YouTube and follow us right here. Like click the plus button on TikTok at Golden Path Solutions. Hey Bree, Brianna, what's up? Hey Leo. All right, so welcome again everybody, and it's just different ways of like innovation when it comes to interviews, like smarter ways to prepare for your interview. Like a lot of persons aren't taking that whole interview prep seriously, right? So it's based on what like people are experiencing right now, and if you want to come up, if you want to share your interview experience so others can learn from it, then why not? As you come in, go ahead, share the live, like the live. All right, Zora, go to your dad. Go open the door and tell him that the internet. Girl, all your jewelers are falling off. Hey, kitchen meal service, what's up? Hey, Kayla. So as you come in, it's just to learn certain things. So whether it be for the marriage-based interview or the N400, which is the naturalization or the adjustment of status, right? You have to come up with some form of strategy that will help you to be very confident when you walk into that interview and prepare yourself confidently too, right? So after the first 30 minutes, we'll open the floor for questions, right? What do you guys think about that? Happy holiday! So you guys can ask a question, but we'll open the floor after the 30 minutes of, just giving you some constructive innovations for you to prepare for your interview. Yeah. All right. Because persons are not getting work permits as they used to at one point. No, they're not. It's taking a little bit longer. And again, I like to tell persons that you are not guaranteed a work permit. Like, that has always been the thing. You are not guaranteed a work permit. I'm not a lawyer. I don't give legal advice, but you know how that goes. I am an immigration consultant / document preparer. All right. So we are going to talk about like what are some, what's new with USCIS interviews right now. One, right, and I need you guys to listen. If you want to write down, you can write down. Hey Shaleth. So you have some recent trends where applicants are reporting that more evidence are being requested from them, or they're being asked more detailed questions, right? Hey Ali, they're asked more detailed questions. They're stating that the officers are now emphasizing on the review style. So it's like a holistic approach, really, like a holistic consistency, like a timeline, the communication style. Like that's what's happening right now. So for those who are just entering, we're talking about different innovative ways that you can prepare for your interview. All right. And we're at the section where we're talking about what's new in the USCIS interview, right? What's going on right now. And there are also like importance of preparation beyond just documents, and a lot of persons aren't understanding that, right? So know that you know what has been happening when it comes to the interview. Somebody might come up and say, no, Annika, I didn't experience that. But if you want to come up and you want to, just give your experience, you can. So let's talk about some innovative preparation methods for people. Some people, they overlook it. All right. We will get to the question. So if you stick around, we're talking about preparing yourself for your interview. All right. So again, if you leave, then you won't hear me answer your question. Again, light the live for me, guys. I appreciate it. Now, 2. So we talked about what's kind of trending when it comes to the USCIS interview. Now, the innovative ways of like prepping. Let's talk about like your storyline, building your storyline, because a lot of persons don't understand what storyline means. You know, a lot of persons don't understand the storyline. It's you giving dates, when, where, how. That's your storyline, right? So you want to explain to the interview, not just go in and practice. Like, you're not sitting at home and you just have practice like it's like a memory test. No, they want to see the consistency. So it's like a consistency test right throughout your relationship. So I'm going to give you some tips, right? And with these tips, again, guys, I'm not a lawyer, I don't give legal advice. This is just based on situations with my clients that I have had that has gone in for their interview, right? So building your timeline, your story, right? Rather than like memorizing like random facts, you need to lay it out. The date, as I said, when, where, how, right? That's what you want to look at. 2, another tip is create or share your timeline with your spouse, right? For the marriage cases, so that they know, because a lot of spouses, they really don't understand certain things. They don't, right? So him or her being a US citizen and you're telling them, hey babe, we need to know our storyline. They're like, what? So yeah, you have to share, like write it down, share it with them so that they can understand. And again, it comes down to consistency, right? Practice telling your immigration journey in a conversational way, right? You see, just like how you and I are sitting down and we're talking, practice telling your story in that type of way, like having a conversation with a friend and say, you know, me and my husband, we met online, you know, and after that we took it offline and we randomly just went on a date. You know, he came from Arkansas, like things like that. Practice talking your story out loud to somebody who you know. That's another form of practicing, right? So for those who are new here, again, my name is Annika and I'm an immigration immigration consultant. Happy holidays to you, Naya. And we're talking about innovative ways of just preparing yourself for the USCIS interview. If you missed it, like the first segment of it, it's going to be replayed on YouTube. All right, so you don't have to worry if you miss out anything. All right, besties. And again, you need to get your pen and paper, because again, these are some different ways that you need to kind of trick your mind to be consistent before you go into that interview. All right, so I want to ask you guys this, right? Comment where you're at in your immigration process right now. Again, we will answer your questions. I need to get through this first and then I'll answer your questions. All right, comment in the something. Where are you at right now in your immigration process? Somebody says they don't start as yet. Interview the 27th. Great. So you are on the right platform. My interview is in 2 weeks. See, you're on the right platform. Finish biometrics, waiting for my interview to be scheduled. All right, submit my documents. All right, so lovely. I love that. So for the persons who have their interview and it's coming up, all right, besties, this is for you guys. And for the persons who are in the waiting, you know, just the waiting period, don't have their interview as yet, this live is still for you. All right, so let's move on to like segment 3, where you want to your mock interview, right? I've seen where persons have gone wrong in not preparing themselves, not doing like a mock interview, like that realistic pressure cooker, right? They don't do it. Just sent in my stuff, awesomeness. All right, they don't do the realistic pressure cooker where somebody like myself who will actually go ahead and say, hey, book a mock interview session with us so that we can ask you the hard-hitting questions. So I know a lot of you guys fumble. There has been a lot of persons who have done mock interviews with me and they're just like, Annika, some of these questions we didn't even know that, you know, would have been asked. When they go into their interview, Some of them come out and say, well, they ask us all of these questions. Other persons, they just went in, they say it's just conversation, right? And because of that, because they kind of prep themselves, whether it be through their attorney, whether it be through somebody like me, they prep themselves so that they can actually feel that kind of pressure. And they're just like, oh my God. So when they go in and they don't get much questions, you're like, it never did that hard, right? So that's what we're talking about. So when it comes to that realistic pressure, thank you so much, guys. With that realistic pressure, right? I would suggest you use a friend or probably somebody from your community who you know and record yourself when you're doing the interview, right? Why I say record yourself is because of body language. Body language is everything. That's the reason why I'm saying record yourself, right? Practice answering your questions confidently and concisely, because again, when you go into the interview, sometimes when I'm having like doing a mock interview with somebody, they're like, I ask them a question, and when they answer the question, I'm just like, are you asking me or are you telling me? Right? If anybody on here ever do a mock interview with me and they ever heard me say that, put one in the chat. Like I was like, are you asking me or are you telling me? Because why I say that is because you're not answering confidently, and that's the reason why I ask it. So then they answer the question and say, no, I'm telling you. Bree said, LOL, yeah, you said that to me. Thank you so much, Stacey, and for following, right? Thank you so much, Wayne. Happy holidays to you and your friend. So you have to practice answering consistently, confidently. That's what you want, concisely, right? Don't go in an interview and go ramble. A lot of persons, they do that, right? Now, use mock interviews to identify your nervousness, your habits, unclear answers. That's what that is. That's the reason why you do mock interviews, right? Yes, I did a video with that. Use the words we, not I, because again, in a marriage, it's always we, not I, or bank account, right? Or lease. Don't go in there and say, I have my bank account. No, you have to consistently give them the we, the or, the us, right? Thank you so much for that, Andrea. So that's why I say do these and again, these are just kind of different ways how you want to mix, right? Mix your mock interview prep. Okay, a lot of persons, they take it for granted. All right, now this is what I will recommend for you guys. Like, use a timer, right? And with those timer, whosoever is asking you those questions, have them give it to you like rapid fire, like you're under pressure. That's why this part is like pressure cooker section, right? Have them give you those questions rapid fire, just right off the bat. That's pressure cooker. You're gonna be like, oh, let me think on my feet. What are they saying? Right? Different ways, right? Phone camera, as I said again, for your body language. Review your body language. Like, somebody will say, the interviewer will ask you a question and say, hey, when did you guys meet? For somebody like me, I like to roll my eyes. Make me roll my eyes a lot. So I don't want it to be a case where I'm in the interview. I have to be aware of my body language, right? So me go sit down there now and the officer go ask me that question. I'm the No, be aware of your body language. Hey, anointed child, Merry Christmas to you. And again, guys, if you don't know who I am, my name is Annika, immigration consultant / doc preparer. If you missed some of this live, just keep in mind you can rewatch it on YouTube at Immigration Help 101. All right. Now, once you review yourself and your body language, you can know what to change, how to say what you're going to say. All right. So let's talk about something like almost no one does, but it's definitely extremely effective. So let's move on. All right. So it's called evidence storyboarding. Can somebody put in the chat what you think I mean by evidence storyboarding? Can somebody put in the chat? The pressure is getting worse. Can somebody put in the chat, what do you think I mean when I say evidence storyboarding? Hi, Mama. Ask Daddy to put it on you. Anybody? I'm waiting. I'm going to give you a second or a minute. Anybody? Anybody? Nobody? All right. So for me, instead of like bringing your documents in random folders, because you have people who do that before they go to the interview. Thank you so much. Telling your story with your evidence. Yes. Right. So now, instead of bringing your documents in random folders, this is what I want you guys to do. Organize your evidence by your story, not category, right? This is not for everybody. Everybody's not going to use this technique, right? So you're going to organize your evidence by story, not category. An example of this is relationship development. So your photos, your text messages, your call logs, right? Then you're gonna do probably like daily life. No, your daily life is like bills, lease, joint accounts, right? Anything that might be financial wise, credit cards, yeah, life insurance. Those are daily lives. And then you have your future plan. So you have travel, financial goals. If you do this, use like say sticky tabs or color codes to make your evidence quick to find, right? How do you show call logs? Screenshot them. Say, for instance, you go on your WhatsApp, right? Search for the person's name and it will pop up, right? If you're going to go to regular call, you search for the person. Let me see if I can show you how to do this. When you go to phone call, right? You see the button right here, so we say hit search. You're gonna search somebody's name, right? I'm gonna search my husband's name. And when I search my husband's name, it's going to pop up how much time I call my husband, right? And you can screenshot those, right? In WhatsApp, when you go into WhatsApp, it's basically the same thing. You're going to go to call on WhatsApp. Once you go to call, you're going to hit this button right here to search the binoculars, right? And you're going to search the person's name. You see, when you search the person's name, everything pops up. When you call him, it pops up so you can screenshot it, right? And it does allow you to export too, but you can just screenshot it out. That's how you do the call logs, right? From regular phone to the WhatsApp. So it's kind of easier that way. All right. So that's what I mean by a lot of persons do not do this type of technique. They just randomly put all of their evidences together in a different folder, and then it's kind of confusing. They don't know where to find the IDs. They don't know where to find the birth certificates, right? They don't, right? So again, if you're asking your question, I will get to them. I just need to get through this. So this is how I'll be doing my live starting now over into 2026. Give you guys a piece of information that it will help you along the way, right? Yeah. So the bonus tip is practice explaining like why each piece of evidence can prove your case. Practice why each piece of evidence can prove your case. That will be a plus for you. All right. So you're not just putting the bank statement and say, well, I'm just putting a bank statement. And no, the bank statement, this is your joint bank account and you use it for your daily life. So you pay your bills, them. Every single bill probably is paid from that joint bank account, from our joint bank account, right? Yeah. So our life insurance is paid from it, our health insurance is paid from it, our credit cards is paid from it, right? You can see different transactions when we go to the supermarket, when we go to the gas station. Like practice explaining why this piece of evidence you're giving to USCIS makes sense. All right. So let's move on to the communication style. So tell me if I lose anybody or you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Because I don't want to talk. I want to not understand me, Put in the chat one if you're understanding what I'm saying. Please and thank you. One. Okay. Thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate it. Hey, Paris. Hey, Opal. All right. At least a few people understand. I can't expect the majority. One king, queen size. I can't expect the majority to understand. And if you're not, again, you rewatch the live and you take what you can from the live to help you with your interview prep. Okay? All right. Yes, besties, I like that for you. Thank you for putting one in the chat. So I'm going to explain to you why many applicants, they fail, right? Not because of like incorrect answers, but because of how they deliver what their answers are or should be to the interviewer, right? So here are some tips. I want you guys to practice answering directly, not adding brief details. So if the interviewer is supposed to ask you, when did you guys exactly meet? Give them the date. Give them the date, right? And for some persons who aren't good with dates, you give them approximately about or around this time. I'm not good with dates if you're not. This doesn't work for everybody. Yeah? So yeah. And I want you guys to avoid oversharing irrelevant information. You have some spouses that I've done mock interviews with, and they go on and on and on and on and on. And I have to chime in and say to them, hey, I did not ask you that. I asked you this question. So let's back up a bit and let me ask you the question again, and then you explain to me. All right, because sometimes you're gonna have some questions that you need to elaborate on, and by elaborate, you need to explain a little bit more to USCIS. You need to give them a little bit more. While other questions, they're straightforward and to the point. So you want to make sure that you give them that answer straightforward to the point, nothing more. Right? And another thing, do not rush. Do not rush to answer your questions, because a lot of persons take it for granted that when they're asked the questions, the officer expect you to answer right away. Sometimes think about what they're asking you, especially with the questions that you have to explain. Think about it, right? The officers, they write notes while you speak, and this is the reason why sometimes whatever we say get lost in translation. I've seen RFEs and I've seen notice of intent to deny where the statement of fact or analysis, the officer is saying something else while the person is saying, but no, I didn't say that. That's not what I meant. Thank you so much, Hopeful. That's not what I meant. You know, guys, like the live for me, tap the live, bring us to 10K likes, right? I've seen that. So things get lost in translation, especially for us Jamaicans who, some of us, we speak English. English is our first language. English is our first language, but because we're so used to our dialect, that the patois, the broken English, sometimes, hey Skylar, sometimes when we go in and we try to explain ourselves to these officers, they're not understanding what we're saying. We cannot articulate properly for them to understand what we're actually saying. You know how sometimes in Jamaica they will say, someone was just ignorant, so you know you have some people with stammer, right? And you probably ask them one question and you ask them another question again, and it's just like they might get ignorant upon you, because it's not because they want to get ignorant, it's because they really don't understand what the person is saying. So I want you guys to stop. If you don't understand what the officer is saying, thank you so much there, Skylar. If you don't understand what the officer is saying, please, I beg of you, please do what? Please do what? Put in the chat. Please do what? Awaiting. What's the name of the glasses? You know, I can't remember, but I bought it from Zillow. Please do what? Ask them to clarify the question. Ask them to repeat. Ask them to repeat or rephrase. Ask them to repeat the question. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. To Tasha, to Jesus Baby, what's her name? To Hopeful, Dr. Michelle, hi, how are you there? So ask them to rephrase, ask them to repeat. Don't just jump to conclusion and think that's what they mean, right? Please, I'm asking you, okay? And then when for the communication style too, please practice confident body language and eye contact. Or again, video or call etiquettes. Now, a lot of person might be wondering, what is she saying? What does she mean by call and video etiquette? Now, I have been doing customer service for quite some time. What did I miss? Good afternoon. Swain, you're going to have to rewatch it on YouTube. I will be posting it on YouTube 6 p.m. today. So you want to go over there and rewatch it, right? We're talking about different innovative methods of just preparing for your interview. All right. So you miss out almost all of it there. So let's back up. And what do I mean by the phone call or the video etiquette? Now, Hero, I have been doing customer service for more than several years. You can call it probably over 10 years, right? And I have a phone voice different from what my real voice is. When I go on the phone, you need to sit upright, right? Even if you're on a video call, you need to sit upright and it will change the whole. So I'm going to show you an example. I just slouched. I'm slouching. Hi, good afternoon. I'm going to raise my back. I'm going to sit up. Hi, good afternoon. How are you? Like, there's a difference there, right? The whole tone of how you come across to somebody. So, yeah, the etiquette is there. So that's the reason why I say practice confident body language. Practice it. You have some people, they don't know how to go into an interview and shake somebody's hand pretty firmly, not tight, but firmly, right? To show them that, hey, I'm here. Yeah. You have persons who, when they go into the interview, they slouch in the chair instead of sitting up, ready for the interview, looking studious, saying, hey, I'm here. I'm ready for the interview. Even when you talk and you feel like we are talk, say no make no sense, talk it with confidence. Make them believe you. Merry Christmas, Ava. They just drug down. Yeah, like you have to go in there, sit upright. Sometimes the confidence is you have some makeup girlies where they wear their makeup and they look so nice. Sometimes I had one client that went in with her makeup and all the interviewer did was to talk about her makeup. All the interviewer did was to talk about her makeup. She had her evidences locked. She had her evidences that we uploaded. Her makeup was flawless. And that's all the interviewer talked about and asked her what type of product she used, how is her face so glowing. Like that's all. She went in with her high heels because this is something important. This is me getting my green card. So your confident body language, it does matter. All right, besties, it does. You have to learn. See, Tikas is saying you have to learn to build your confidence up. Even if you feel like you don't know how to speak properly, try. Try nonetheless. Try. Not because you don't come over here, come see me attack prim and proper, but that's just me, right? I'm gonna always talk to my client properly, or if me and them dip on a different level, I say, hey, wagwan, yeah. But I'm always going to talk to my clients prim and proper. I'm always gonna step into a room like I belong in that room. I'm never gonna walk into a room like I don't belong. Of course, nerves are going to be there. It is going to be there, but you have to step into that room like you belong. You have to step in confidence and say, hey, I already got my green card. Yeah. All right. I hope you guys got that. All right. So let's talk about the whole real-time knowledge. I hope someone are listening, Okay. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Now let's talk about the real-time knowledge, right? Now, I would say what types of questions USCIS can ask you, right? What type of questions can they ask you? You're right. So these are the things that you need to know. So you want to know what type of questions they can ask you and you practice them. You need to know your rights during the interview, right? And lawyers will tell you what your rights are. You can look up what your rights are also, okay, if you don't have an attorney. What to do if you don't understand a question. We have been over that, right? and then review your applications carefully for inconsistency, because a lot of persons, they will file their paperwork or somebody else filed it for them, they didn't review it before it went off, and there's like a lot of inconsistency. So on I-130, on I-485, keep in mind the information that is on I-130, I-765, and I-485, they're all correlated. Okay, they're all correlated. These are information that you're transferring over to those forms that is already on another form. So if on I-130A you have that you used to live somewhere from September to October, but then when you go over to I-485, the same question that they're asking you is a different answer you're giving them. That's where the inconsistency comes in. All right. So if you correct something during the interview, that's kind of a good thing, right? It's them saying, well, we cannot believe you. And I can say this because I have done multiple cases for multiple persons, right? And then they will tell me, hey, Annika, they let me correct something on my application. Because one, I remember this recent interview, one of my clients said that the officer said to her, oh, you didn't violated your immigration your visa, right? You know that one question that comes on the I-485, like the 5 first questions. He says that she didn't violate it, and I'm just like, so how come you didn't violate it? I've never heard any lawyers saying this what he's saying. And hey, Tasha, and what he said was her visa did not expire just as yet, right? So no, she didn't violate it. And I'm just like, that's not making any sense. Her I-94 expired and she overstayed. But apparently he made her correct it, and I'm just like, whoop-de-doo. That's the first time I'm hearing that. But hey, right? So they will allow you to correct things, especially when you didn't know yourself, especially when it comes to like working. A lot of persons don't explain to people that if they're working, they need to put on the form that they're working. All right? All right. Don't lie about it. If you're working, you're working. They're gonna know. They're gonna know. You see, they see that's something with their name passport that you take out. Just listen to me. Your passport that you use to take out the bank account, right? And then the same bank account there is what you have in the person's transfer the money into for your pay. Best believe, say, they are going to know. They will track these things. You're probably still going to say, Annika, oh, you know that? They're going to know, so don't lie. When they ask you questions, they already know the answer to the questions. Yeah? Remember, it's digital footprint with certain things. Digital footprints with certain things. They can track it back using identification. Yeah? So thank you so much. So I'm saying if you work, you tell them that you work. Don't lie. Because if you use your passport that didn't expire to open a bank account that you're getting paid into, and you've been getting paid in that bank account for quite some times, best believe that they will know. Guys, ask your question. I will get to your answers. All right. I'm just trying to finish out this. All right. So this is the last part of it. And again, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about the different experiences and innovative ways to prepare yourself for your USCIS interviews. All right. Now, I want you guys to just make sure, right? If you haven't prepared yourself as yet, if you have an interview coming up, but not advertise for my business, please prepare yourself for the interview. If you want to use our service with the Mac interview, go to our website and book it. Click the head and go and do that. If not, and you need somebody else's service, please do it. If you have an attorney, attorneys usually prepare you guys for it. Okay? They usually prepare you for it. Again, besties, this was not legal advice. This was me just giving you general information based on my clients. Guys, please don't spam the chat. General information with my clients. Guys, please do not spam the chat. I appreciate it if you don't. Okay? All right. So I want to just thank you all again for listening to me rambling on about your USCIS interview and preparing yourself and using different ways to prepare yourself. All right, so let's go. Let's open the floor for questions. All right, let's open the floor for questions. I'm going to go back to the top. and see who asked your questions first. So Sharon said, waiting for a response for my husband in Jamaica. I'm in Canada. Let's see here. Thank you so much for the follow, Stacy. I appreciate it. Wayne was saying happy holidays. Happy holidays to you too. I'm all the way up in the chat. Yes, Zora. Da da da. Somebody says, Rasta says, good morning. Good morning, baby. How are you doing today? God is God. Garnet Spalding, Jamaica. Hi. Charles says, peace and blessings. Thank you for the information, inspiration, and instructions. No problem. You're welcome. All right. Somebody says, how do you rewatch the live? So Charles, I'll be putting it on my YouTube channel at Immigration Help 101. So you can go follow us on that channel. And we will repost it at 6 p.m. today. Let's see. When is the best time to apply for a visa? That's on you there. Visas are getting very sticky at this point in time, but that's on you. We do visa filing also. So you can reach out to us. Let's see here, guys. Like the live. I haven't reached 10,000 likes as yet. What is going on? Thank you so much for the follow, Skino. Thank you so much for the follow. Let's see. All the way up in the chat. Hey, Roro, what's up? Da da da. All right. So somebody says, I did my interview and waiting 35 days now without hearing anything. Should I be ready? Should you be ready for what? Another interview? There's a lot of persons that are going through the same situation. A lot. My interview is next week. I'm nervous. I don't think you should be nervous of anything. But I'll be a hypocrite if I say, well, you're nervous for? No, me that be a hypocrite. Somebody says, how would you say it's a great time frame to apply for a visa with the new year coming? Honestly, if you're gonna apply, you apply, right? So the visa, I can speak to Jamaica, it's 185. It's 185. So it's like a gamble. Thank you so much, Scott. It's like a gamble, right? And you're taking a chance. It's like Russian roulette, as I always say. You're taking a chance, and if you get through, you get through. You're visiting family, friends. Thank you so much for the follow, Ari. All the way up in the chat. How much for the passport? Just reach out to us, read the passport service. You can go ahead and WhatsApp our business number. We will tell you the price. It's very reasonable. And we do everything for you. So the cost for doing it for picker or service fee and having it delivered, it's pretty much good. No, Summer, I do passports, I do document preparation, I do visas, I do immigration. I'm a multifaceted business. All right. Give me a second, guys, all the way up in the chat. From your experience, how long does K1 visa take? So keep in mind with the K1 visas, different strokes for different folks. So that would have been different rules. I mean, never gonna say different rules, but different timelines for different countries, right? When it comes to the K1 visa, I've seen K1 visa being approved for, say, within 2 months' time. And this is just the I-129F being approved in 2 months. I've seen it being approved in 8 months, 10 months, right? And then the overall process took us probably like a year. Let's see here. All right, guys, so our consultation fee, if you want to book a consult with us, our consultation fee is $50 for 30 minutes. You can go to our website, right? I do not inbox persons and I do not say, hey, what's your legal questions? Because I'm not an attorney. If the person who is talking to me, they need an attorney, I have attorneys that I would refer them out to, right? So don't be scammed. If you're scammed, be scammed at your own risk. All right. The number is on the screen. If you want to save our number, save it. It's 417-213-1452. All right. Zebra was saying, hello, can I ask? I guess you were saying, can I ask a question? Reese, yes, we do passport renewals. Tash was saying, how long does the green card to be sent to your home? So sometimes people's green card is sent in 2 weeks, some people within a week. You're going to collect it now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You want to come say hi to them?
Why did you move this back?
I moved it because it was in my way, like in my vision. I was just like, why does he have it on top of that? How long does the green... Okay, I read that already.
Area?
Whatever. Canadian resume for a visitor's visa. When are they going to resume when you apply in October? I'll have to go look at that. Thank you so much for the follow. Best Karen album, that was what I did with my husband. I showed them all pictures when I visited Jamaica. That's awesome. Hey, can I get adjustment of status if you marry a green card, a green card holder on a visitor's visa? No. Oh, you don't want to tell them
Well,
No, if you're married a green card holder, you cannot just adjust their status like that, okay? And again, I'm all the way up in the chat, so please stick around for me to answer your questions. Again, this is not legal advice. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. I am a doc preparer, immigration consultant that does different things. So we do document preparation, passport renewals, taxes, visa applications, and anything that has to do with immigration inside or outside of the United States. All right. Somebody said, is there any way for a student to enter Germany without blocked account? I don't know. I only do U.S. immigration. I was told that I don't have enough ties for Canada. My daughter lives there, is married. I only do U.S. immigration. I only do U.S. Canadian visa for persons. All right, Paris, thank you so much for sharing the live. I'm a professional and certified caregiver from Nigeria. I really want to work abroad. Well, sir, I can't help you with that. I'm not giving out jobs. Really wish you the best of luck. I want to say hi.
Hello.
People in my see you.
You know what? Not with your thing in the way.
They must see your face same way. I'm gonna like your behavior. I'm gonna like your carry on. True. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, so the person who is from Nigeria saying that they want to work in the United States there, I don't do that. I don't do work visas. And also, do you know anything about adjustment of status? Yes, Ari, we do adjustment of status for persons. You want to book a consult with us to speak to us? Hey, Trini. Trini, how are you? Nice to meet you here. Hey, One General. Nice to meet you too. Gunter, how long do I have to wait to fill out or to file the adjustment of status after I open a joint bank account with spouse? Now, you see, some people I think are really setting up themselves when they recently got married and they're only going to send in like a few evidence to USCIS. No. If it's a case where you've been together with a person for quite some time and you can prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt that you guys probably were living together before marriage and then after marriage you have all of these things together, then sure. But it's like you're setting up yourself. Lady Shan, why not leave me slow alone? You know, say Lady Shan, what that? Lady Shan, why don't go about your business? Ah, Jesus. I can't run in because you want to be there one day, True. Guys, this live is don't disrespect each other. Please, me I beg you, don't disrespect each other. Some persons just don't know. Alright? How long do they take to reply to an initial RFE for adjustment of status? Keep in mind, it can be weeks, it can be months. So it doesn't have a set timeline for that. Right? Yeah, don't be rude to each other. Me I beg you. Question about K1. Do you think now they banned a lot of country process will be faster? I hope so, but again, we don't really want to, piggyback on another man's downfall. But I mean, just like with VOA, right, Sadia? Just like with VOA, I think VOA would speed up a little when they get out some of the frivolous cases that don't make any sense. You're welcome, Tash. All right, somebody says, does it make sense to try and change from J1 to H1B? That would be your decision there based on your situation. That would be your decision. If you got your citizenship interview and you pass, how long you have to wait to get sworn in? They will send you that email and the notification, but I can't tell you how long because with different persons they receive it different times. So you have persons who probably like a month after, you have other people like a week or two after. It just differs. Hey Raquel, hey Annika, good afternoon. God bless you. God bless you too. All right, somebody says, how to go about fixing my status in the US, married to a green card holder on a visitor's visa. You cannot adjust your status. You probably need to speak to an attorney to see if you'll have to file a waiver too, or wait until the person becomes a US citizen. Can one still file for K1 even after the partial ban in some countries? I mean, at this stage, I don't know. It depends on the country that you're talking about, if it's a full ban, yes or no. Thank you so much for the follow. How much to apply for a visa? Which one of them? I mean, just reach out to me. Hey, Monique, I need to call you. The people them send me the letter, you know, Monique. Me think we need to call me. You need to respond to the people them. These people are crazy. How much is the consultation fee? It is $50 for 30 minutes there. My husband's name is spelled wrong on NVC. How to correct it before an interview? So you just need to do a public inquiry and tell them the wrong name versus what the right name is, and tell them that you need to correct it. Okay? I hope you're still here. Can child support hinder you from citizenship? It depends. It depends on if this person is so negligent with his payment or her payment. That's not showing very good. That's not showing good moral character. My husband's name, and again, nothing that I say here should be taken as legal advice. Everything that I say is based on publicly available information and experiences from my own clients and myself, okay? And USCIS websites and the NVC. Yes, Zora. All right, Paris says, will it be a problem if you're working and paying taxes if your work permit is expired? My love, you still pay your taxes, and Paris, I know your situation, so you should be okay. I mean, I know you renewed it. You're just waiting. So in the process of waiting, it's up to your employers whether or not they want to let you go. I'm good. Season greetings, awesomeness. I had asked, can a green card holder sponsor spouse? I mean, anybody can sponsor anybody, but a green card holder cannot allow you to adjust your status here. Aliberry. All right, let's see here. I'm in the process of putting in our files together. So how do I start? Reach out to me if you want to. Let's see how best I can assist you. Exactly. This is my first time even seeing this live. Oh, Ari, just I say, our first time I see the live, so don't be rude to her. You're welcome, Sadia. Hey, Moya. Thank you so much for the follow, Jaya. All right, somebody says, I have a J1 visa. I would like to know how I could change my visa to stay a little bit longer. You either can do an extension, or if you got into a school, try to do an F1. But I mean, you have to have reasons behind that. Everything is getting sticky re-immigration, so just be careful. If you need legal advice, please speak to an attorney. Do you have ancestries in Jamaica? Then, sir, I was going to be like, I don't look like Jamaican. I'd be like, what does a Jamaican look like? What does a Jamaican look like? Of course I am a Jamaican. Me look like me need to talk patois over here. Do I need to speak patois? I'm not supposed to be this, I'm not supposed to speak this good or something. I don't know. So eloquent. I don't know. Thank you, Momo. Submit my papers from June. Yeah, I guess you did biometrics and still waiting. Yeah, common occurrence. All right, somebody says, all right, Ali Berry, I don't understand what you're saying. Your spouse is in Jamaica? Okay. Your spouse is in Jamaica, your spouse is not here. Okay. So you're fine. The process, the I-130, year and a half, and then by the time it's supposed to approve and go to the NVC, it can take anywhere from 5 to 6 months. Sometimes people take a little bit longer. She's the ancestry, LOL. You guys are capping. Anita, if a person filing for their tax, do they put their spouse on their taxes even though she has no SSN or SSN? Yes, you can do it for tax purposes. You treat the spouse as a non-resident for tax purposes. Zora, please do not fall. Shanzi, Wagwan Shan. Thank you for all the information. You're welcome, Ari. And Lady Shan, I apologize for Lady Shan. You know, Lady Shan just did think say you really and truly wasn't paying attention and wasn't listening, right? But Lady Shan, there you're a long time. So I don't think she'd try to be rude, but one of them things there. All right, $77. Not sure if she changed her price. Yes, I am giving discounts until the year finish, and then I'll bring it out back to my $77. So it's $50 for 30 minutes. So over on the website, it is there. If someone came on a humanitarian, let's see, somebody wants to come up. Mr. Pierce. Zora, get down. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. But first of all, I'm going to congratulate you based on the work that you're doing to help people understand the immigrations process. But I'll give you
Yep.
congratulations and keep it up. And I do really appreciate the work that you're doing.
You're welcome.
So I got a quick questions. I have somebody that I filed for, came on the payroll, a Biden payroll program, but the work permit already expired, and we got married. We
Mm-hmm.
got married, and then so we already filed I 485. So we got scheduled and descheduled twice. So, but I'm a service member, by the way, and she has a military ID, so under independent, I mean petitioner, so dependent. And beside that, apply for asylum. So asylum got pending, but already have a work permit for 5 years. So can that person travel inside of, I mean, domestic traveling, so without any no issues, or so I mean, can he not travel because I mean the change of status for the green card is still pending, but yeah, I mean she has a an employment authorizations. I mean for 5 years already have the ID, the I mean the state the driver's license here. So with the star, but I would like to know if she can travel without no issues.
I mean, she would definitely have to travel at her own risk. I mean, if she doesn't have anything in her background that
No.
is criminal wise, then usually I say to persons, travel at your own risk. I have persons who they travel without no problems, but I can't say to you, hey, yeah, she can travel and nothing will, be wrong with her. I mean, she has all evidences that she can travel within the states, right? But
Yeah.
for the question that you're really asking is if she can travel without no problems. I can't predict that, but does she have things that she can travel with? Yes, she does. It's just that again, she will have to travel at her own risk.
So, but the only thing I know that she can't travel outside of the United States because she's under the asylum right now and got a work
Yeah,
permit and
no,
have a
I
driver's
would not
license.
even do the outside. Inside, sure, but outside, yeah, no. You again, if she's gonna wanna travel outside of the country, depending on what country she's traveling to, then she would probably need legal advice too.
Yes, yes, but she's good. Well, she's so good. So the only thing I just want to make sure that I mean, she wanted to go see family in the other state. So just want to make sure that she can travel without no issues. That's why,
She has
I've
her
been.
work permit, she has her military ID, she has the ID
Yes,
that has the
yes, she
star.
got both.
She just has, as
Yeah.
I said, she just has to just go at her own risk and, be okay. I just had a client that, just recently got her green card, went to Jamaica, came back. She told me, Annika, I'm back now. I had no problems. But again, everybody has to just decide to, if they're going to travel, they have to figure it out. Am I going to travel? Yes or no? Am I too scared to travel? Those are some of the things that you're looking at. And if you feel like you have any other concerns, I say speak to an attorney.
Sounds good. So my name is Pierre. I already follow you, but I like the work that you're doing, and I'll do the follow up with you. So with your
Definitely.
office, in case that we need any services in the future. So I'll be more than happy to. I mean, get in touch with you guys. You're doing a pretty good job, so I would
All right.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
And
man.
thank you for coming over.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too, man.
All right, guys. Let's see here. What's on your face? Your earrings fell off? Do you want to put them back on? Yeah? Guys, I'm going to put back my daughter's earrings on her. Or let's say earring them. I know. I know. I'm telling them that I'm putting back your earrings on. Like we got her these for her, like her little Christmas gift, because she was putting Play-Doh on her. Turn around. Hold on. The other ears. Thank you. There you go. Good job. All right, guys. Let's see here. Somebody says, how long after marriage should the paperwork start? Again, persons always have this question. And my thing is, you have to assess your situation before filing. Yeah, you have to assess, do I have the evidences to send to USCIS for them to think that my marriage is bona fide enough? Some people, they're just gonna, like, they just got married, especially for young couples. They really don't have anything, especially if they live with parents. They really don't have much. But whatever they have, you would have to put it together in such a way that USCIS understands. Earlier this year, I think it was February, I did I did I did I did two young people case. Did two young people case, and I'm gonna tell you what I sent in with them. Just for clarity. All right? Just for clarity for you. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I sent in for them. And when I say they were young, they're like 21, 20, 21, 22, thereabout. Yeah. Ashanti. Even our name young. Even our name young. But I'm gonna tell you exactly what I sent in for them. And it was a lot for them in terms of like they knew they're each other since 2019. And what I did was to hold on. What I did was to show USCIS that they had a genuine relationship prior to, right? They had a genuine relationship prior to, and the things that I used. So what we sent in, I'm gonna tell you. So basic information: the petitioner's U.S. citizenship, which is the copy of our birth certificate, and then proof of the marriage relationship, which is a copy of their birth certificate, copy of the receipt for the marriage license, right? They had that. Proof of guys, anybody who is calling me and I'm on the live, I'll definitely call you guys back, all right? And then we did proof of the beneficiary, which is, the young guy. Cause him young, she young, him young. All right, so the passport, the copy of the expired passport, so the current passport, the copy of the expired one, the visa, the birth certificate. These are common things that you need to send in. The most recent I-94 travel history. Then the shared residence, right? And financial commingling. So what we sent in was a copy of the lease, right, agreement, and the explanation letter from the leaseholder, showing both petitioner and the beneficiary as occupants. So this was the mom that they were living with. So I paired the lease with a explanation letter, right? That's what I did. All right, guys, I'll definitely call you back, all right? And then I did a copy of the shared rent receipt. So the wife, even though she was so young, she was also paying half and half, right? So I sent in a copy of the rent receipt and then the joint bank statement, which it was just like 2 months, well, 1 to 2 months that we sent in. Yeah. 1 to 3 months. That's what we sent in of the shared bank account. And then evidence of like shared responsibility and the relationship, which was the emergency contact information from work and the medical office listing the beneficiary as disposed. And then we did like a joint Netflix subscription and, you know, the detailed payment, including like viewing the transaction history. So I don't just send in Netflix account and say, all right, this is the Netflix account. I pair it up with the statements that they would have been paying, right? And then we did receipts for the household purchases, like so daily uses and the medical receipts, right? Because she was kind of sickly, so we had those types of stuff. And then we had joint shopping trips and stuff like that, so we sent those in. And then we sent in photographic memory, and them never even have no leap of photo. If me tell you, so them have 20 photo lie, me I tell you. That is a lot. That's the only thing that I sent in for them. The only thing that I sent in for them. But it's how you put your evidences together to make it make sense to USCIS. Yeah, I always say that to persons. All right, so I have like 50 new messages. So let's scroll down. I'm in Missouri, so if you want to use our services, we're based in Missouri. If you were calling us, we will call you back. Don't worry about that. Hey, love, Dea. Shan says she here. We used to go high school with Shan, you know. So what's about a father who is filing for a child? How long would that take? Again, it depends if the child is here or outside of the country. You're welcome, Ari. Zora, what are you doing? Charlotte says, where's my Christmas gift? Then me need a Christmas gift from you. But remember, you get your Christmas gift already. All right, let's see here. Can sister file for sister anymore? Because I heard they cut it out. No, siblings can file for siblings same way. It's just that it's sentence. It's just gonna take long. You know? Again, guys, if you want to book a consult with us, it's $50 for 30 minutes. Go to our website, book what you're booking. If you want to find out what's the services that we offer, what's the price, you can take the number from the screen. You can WhatsApp us, or you can just send us a query via email. We'll definitely get back to you. If it's a case where you want to buy any of our checklists, naturalization, interview prep, go over there. It's there. Remember, I know I drop the price them because it's the end of the year. I drop the price. Coming next year, I'm just gonna put back the price to what it is. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. All right, somebody says, how long will it take for a parent to file for a child? I think I answered that already. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Boo Boo. Ped says, my husband had his the AOS appointment on 9th and he was approved weeks later. Thank God. Congratulations. Zora, why are you running? Come here. You want to show them your jewelry? Come, let's show them your jewelry. The child is in Jamaica. So if the child is in Jamaica, keep in mind the I-130, the processing time is usually 1.5 years. Can my African American husband file marriage-based petition for me? Where are you right now? I mean, anybody can file for anybody as long as they are eligible to. What age can your citizen child file for her mom? She's 16. No, she has to be 21 years old and over. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, somebody says, just received my I-765 EAD card. How long? No, for a green card. My dear, you want me to predict that for you? I don't know. You probably get your interview, and when you get your interview, you let me know. But I know, bestie. Well, congratulations on your card. How long have you been waiting for it? You're in the US? So if you're in the US, you can go ahead. I mean, filing is taking anywhere right now. I can see probably up to the year and a half. Some people sit down and wait longer. It's crazy. Hey, Lisa, you change your name. What does he have to show for proof to file the petition? Anything to show that your marriage is bona fide and that you have financial comminglings together. That means that you join your finances together and you're living your life together. All right. I'm a citizen of Nigeria, currently studying in Russia. Can I move to Germany from here? Again, I only do US immigration. Zora, come here, mama. I only do US immigration. Zora, come here. Let me show them your ears. Yeah, why you took it off? You don't want them to see your earring? I thought you want them to see it. Zora, don't stick out your tongue. These are her chains. Like, she's just like, you want me to put back your earring? Yes. All right, go on about your business. All right, somebody says, yeah, I know. You say so change it back? Lord Jesus. Hello. Here in the States, waiting on my wife's spouse visa. She lives in Indonesia. How long ago have you filed? Alright, and then what if the person is in Jamaica? Can they do a visa? Do visa preparation? Yes. If you're in Jamaica, I can help you. I file anywhere you're there. We can't help you. If it's a US visa or a Canadian visa, you have to petition for. Keep in mind, 185. I don't see any issuance fee for the visa as yet. B1, B2. I don't see that. So yeah. Season greetings to you, Zora and Justin and Sun. Sun sick. What happened? What happened, girl? Greetings from Israel. Hey, do you assist with administration of PhD in America? No, I don't. Guys, I do. Look like me have to go put US immigration. Hold on there. I'm gonna have to put US immigration, family-based petitions. Cause I'm gonna think when I put immigration, it's clear, you know? You know, besties? I don't think so. Let me see how I change this board thing. Da-da-da. Yes, Zora. Did you eat all of these things, Zora? That's so mean of you. Why would you do that? Yeah, why would you do that, oh girl? I know. That's crazy. All right. How much carrot is that, Zora? Zora, they're trying to ask you how much carrot is that. Yeah, we don't know. Tell them it's fake carrots. Oh my Lord. I go on an interview from July and got an RFE and applied to the, I guess you replied to the RFE, don't hear anything as yet. Sometimes the RFE, when you do it, I always make reference to how RFEs are. I make reference to say that RFEs are like you going to the clinic, standing up in the front of the, standing up in the line, you get to the front of the line and then you realize that, oh, you didn't fill out the application properly. And then them tell you, hey, go over there on that seat, fill it out properly and then join back the line. You can come back to the front or you go join the line at the back. Yeah? That is what it is. It's so sad, but it's the truth. It is so sad, but the truth. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. My mom got naturalized before I turned 18. She also filed for me. Do I need to do the whole? No. That means that you would have derived citizenship through your mom. Again, guys, I'm not an attorney. Don't give legal advice. Please. Anything that I say here, Zora? No, Daddy's gonna fix it. He hasn't fixed it as yet. Leave it. Let's try, little girl. Let's try, Leave it alone. When he comes back, he's gonna try and fix it. Good evening, beautiful. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Is everybody ready for the new year? Is everybody ready for the new year? No. Leave them. Hey, Sexy Brownie, it has been a while. I haven't seen you. Hello, beautiful. My husband and I went for an interview 2 months ago and I have another one coming up. I hope you're prepared, I hope you prepare for it because they be ratchet. So Annie, hope you prepared. I don't think you should be worried. Did they put on it and indicate fraud? If they didn't, I don't think you should be worried. If they indicate fraud interview. But just practice. Rewatch this live with some of the things that you need to do. We're gonna post it on YouTube. Barbie, reach out to me. Yes, new year, new blessings. You know I don't like when people do this, Sexy Browning. New year, new me. I'm just like, what do you mean new you? So you change from December the 31st and it's just a whole different you the 1st of January. Like what? Make it make sense. Somebody says good afternoon. I have a daughter in New York, couples years. No, can she file for me? Come again. I have a daughter in New York, couple years. No, can she file for me? How old is the daughter? Zora, I'll go put it back. Is there a problem if 3-person is on the house rental lease, like you and your spouse and one? No, it should not be a problem. I've had persons that have different persons on their lease. It's just explain it. Who is that person? Is the family member? Even if it's a family member, you really don't even have to explain it. Remember, people are occupants, so who is that person? I was filed for January 2018 and I'll know nothing. Anne-Marie, then who filed for you? My God, gonna call you. Any passports are just Jamaican. So, just Jamaican passport renewal. And if you're doing it, yes, if a US passport renewal, no, you can do it online, You guys can do it online. But if you need help in filling out the application, I can help you. Oh, so just like the first one. So maybe there was some inconsistency, Annie, in your answers. Like you can book a mock interview with us, or mock interview prep is on our website. You can go by there, pick a time that's more convenient to you. Yes, Zora. What's up, girl? What's up? Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. When should people who applied in 2021 for asylum get interviewed? I don't know. They have paused all asylum right now. You're welcome, Sasha Gay. Your father filed for you?
What are you saying?
Are you married or are you single? I don't know what she's saying. You don't answer my question, my daughter. And I was saying, you say your daughter, Carol Mills. Let me go back up to what your question was. You say your daughter, and I said, how old is your daughter? You say single, so you fall into the category. Oh, he might forget this though. Like, I understand him.
It was a week ago and he put it on the bottom of stuff.
It wasn't even a week. Them yam up do hey, that's why I telling the Lord sending something by postal. When I'm selling the things by postal, it yam up and come and look like dog yam it. Okay. Like dog eat it up, okay. But here. Okay. Important documents you know send through US postal.
Wait, I gotta take my jacket off.
I'm gonna think a US postal she send it through UPS. It yam up and look like dog that I play with it. Somebody says, can you assist with B1? No. No, dear. I don't do B1, B2. Not B1, B2. Sorry. H1. H1B or HB1 or 2. Sorry. Just look how the package come name up like puppy did I play with it. Happy holidays, Miss Janet. Babe, can you see if he's drinking his water?
What?
Can you see if he's drinking his water or his juice? Hey, this a person that will text me from when you know. Then the person text me and say, "Who is this?" Hello, no answer. Miss Anne Marie, my answer you. You say single. Miss Anne Marie, you fall into one of the family category. It's not going. You need to look at the visa bulletin to see where you land. So look at your receipt dates, the I-130 receipt date, whatever it is. Then you look at the visa bulletin. Yeah? I'm going to tell you what F1 there. But then, I can't tell you, when you file, what's your receipt date? Visa bulletin. Tough cookie. Ask a question, tough cookie. Guys, I need to download the tracker 2018 and talk truth. 2025. And then 2016, my love. And it's January 2018, so you have 2 year. Yeah, Marie. You want next 2 year. You say you don't married, say you're unmarried. The F1 category, them the 15th of July 2016. And you know why this is? May I tell you why? Everybody's waiting to become citizens to file for their family members. And when you do that, the category pack up. What does that say? F2A, which are green card holders, permanent residency. Them that 2022. All right, that's the recent visa bulletin. Jamaica, what's the question? Jamaica what? Guys, tap the live for me. I'm almost out of here, so I'm just gonna run down some of our services that we offer, right? Just in case you probably want to refer somebody to us or you want to use our service yourself, that would be appreciated. Yeah, I'm from Jamaica. Why? The accent? Of course, I'll always have an accent. So when you say Jamaica question, I'm just like, what is he saying? Yeah, I'm Jamaican. Sweet, sweet Jamaica. What's it like, guys? Somebody, I had to show Justin because Justin know me now. Okay, she is 50. The 20th of this month was her birthday. She take up one daughter in 2011. Wow. What's the website for the US passport renewal? You have to go to NVC. Go to NVC and then you will see on their website passport renewal. US passport renewal. We need a Jamaican passport. Are you renewing it? Or you just need one like you never do one before you're here in the United States? Reach out to us. Is it true felons can't visit? Well, visit the United States? So can a green card holder file for their minor child that is already in the US? It depends, because I had a client that is a green card holder. The child was still in status, and because the child was still in status, they filed everything one time. That's because the child was still in status, though. We are the best.
Click brain rot, and it said brain rot, and I got the most crazy thing.
So him sit down there. Yeah, so him sick, him not sick again. It's like him sickness go on and off. I can't take it. Guys, if you need, reach out to us. Thank you so much for always coming on here and giving insight. Yeah, girl, Paris. Ren cute, you don't come back as yet. Ren cute, you don't reach back home yet. Bestie, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Alright, guys, so when you go to our website, right? I don't know if we can turn on that camera. I want to see. Wait. Let me see if we can bring this here so. And then see if we can make one. I want to turn on the foolishness here. Right here. Never see with me, you know. I want to turn on that something here. Flip. So, right? Hold on. I'll make one see me. Hold on there. So this is my website. So I'm gonna go up on my website. I'm gonna see the big old consultation for book. Right? So I'm gonna book. You wanna click book? It takes you to the website right here. So let's say the $50 for 30 minutes immigration consultant. Mock interview. I'm gonna take down the review because when I always call me for do it. Then these are all the checklists. So if it's a case you say you want to remove the conditions off of your green card, these are the I-751. See the price? I'm gonna put up about the price them. If you're going to do naturalization, $20. VOA. You're filing for your child. Yeah. The green card interview. Yeah. Those are the checklists that I'm showing you for our services. You see something was say our services. So if it's a case where you want to do Jamaican document preparation, that simply means that this is the immigration document preparation. The Jamaican document preparation is like birth certificate, death certificate, divorce decree, things like that. We do letter writing. So you can just send an inquiry, right? This is the letter writing. Come take up this off of my desk. I don't know why Zora come put that on my desk. Then you have the background check, right? So if you want to do a background check, you can. You have the Jamaican passport renewal. We do children passport renewal too. So if you feel like you want to do your children's passport, you can. We do immigration document preparation. So we do all of them someday. So yeah. So you can visit our site, visit our website. And then we'll have our blogs. So if you should and you want to read anything about certain things that's going on, we have our different blogs that we will write. And if you go to the website and want to chat with somebody, you can. I will not chat with, but I will get the message. I will get the message. I will get the message here. All right. Just so you can put up your you put your jacket pan. There's something there. All right, besties. Let's see. In America, God feeling 28 large. Jesus, can I visit? That's up to the US government for let you in. That's up to them to let you in. God bless says, okay, she out of status. No, who out of status? The child? Oh, no. So the green card you still can file, but you'd have to wait until the priority date becomes current. Or you become a citizen for the adjustment of status. Can you come off now? I need to call you. I have a time that I come off, which is 1:30. I cannot. She said you can't come off now. Find me news for. Yes, girl. Sad, but I'm back. Okay. When is the best time for my husband to file? Tough cookie, you keep on asking when is the best time for you, your husband to file your petition. I am begging you, when you have your evidence, can send it to USCIS. How about that part? She said she was going to give me a trip. Oh wow. Any news for refugees, please? No. I don't have any updates. Read that there. How much you think I'll get back as a single person filing taxes in New York? That makes 70,000. So me first, so Stacey, me supposed to still do that calculation if you on the live. Stacey, you come file your taxes with me. What's the cost for passport renewal? Reach out to our number 417-213-1452. Hey Carol. No, I don't have to be in New York City to help you. I'm in Missouri and I help persons from all different states. What's the timeline for I-130 for kid 17 years old from his stepmom? It just depends. Is the kid here? Give me a call when you get a chance. I will. No, Stacey, but Stacey, you're outside of true. Stacey, you're outside of true. When would my priority date be if I file for my kids under 21 and my husband in 2024 as they don't know where the rest of the question is. Thank you for the live. We appreciate it. You're welcome. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up, right? So you guys will see us here from it's 12 to 1:30. So it's like a 1.5 hour. 1.5 hour. And the live session is going to be the first part, like the first 30 minutes, is gonna be us just talking about different things, right? It's gonna be talking about different things. And with those different things, I hope you guys get some knowledge from it, take away some knowledge from it. So today what we talked about was the different innovation, different ways that you can prepare yourself for your interview. And for people who, as I said, probably would have not watched the full live, you can go ahead and rewatch the live on YouTube. So if you don't follow us on YouTube, please to follow us on YouTube at Immigration Help 101. You can't add a face, so you go see over there. Yeah? Mr. Nice, what are you asking? All right, besties. So I'm gonna jump off. All right, and for all the persons who were trying to call me, our consultation fee, it is $50 for 30 minutes. You can either book via the website or you can pay us via Zelle, whichever way. Will they send us a new prima facie when the ID expires? I mean, sometimes, the one that they previously sent you, sometimes they do renew the prima facie, sometimes they don't. It's just one of those things. All right, besties. I'll leave it. It's 1:30 and so I tell me something for or up and come off, my dear. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next live, which would be tomorrow, same time, same place, discussing something different in the 30 minutes of the live. All right, so follow if you haven't yet followed, like hit the plus button before we come off. Hit the plus button before we come off. I'm based in Missouri. I'm a doc preparer, immigration consultant. I help persons with their taxes by Miss Janet. I help persons with their passport renewals for themselves, their children, visa, which is the US visa. If you're in Jamaica and you want help, or anywhere else and you want, to apply for a US visa, I can help you guys with that. Immigration, adjustment of status here in the United States, NVC process outside of the country. So just reach out. If you haven't yet followed, go ahead and follow, because you don't want to miss the live. Put on the notification too, because a lot of persons tell me anytime I come live, they don't get the notification. They don't know why. TikTok bad mind. That's how I'm gonna say. They're bad mind. So put on the notification. Follow if you don't follow yet. We have 5 more minutes. Yes, we have 5 more minutes. I come off. I'm coming off. And reach out to us, as I said. Find out what our cost is. Again, the price though not expensive. Other persons are charge more money. But again, I probably don't want to use me because I'm saying I'm not like that girl there. But that's okay, because 2026 I come. And all of the people who me are leaving at 26, me done cut them off already. So one of them things there is one of those things. I can't bother with the baggage carried into 2026. So and you guys should do the same. The baggage, no. Like, when you see me here, I love laugh, and that's just me. Like, I'm gonna be jovial about any and everything. Me can't, like, me. Somebody say I have a vibe. For true, like me, I have a time. Like, cut off una, cut off from now. Nobody wait till 2026 to do it, my love. Then why are you gonna wait until 2026 to cut off the person? Then that make no sense. That don't make no sense. Cut them off from now. For all the person who me never talk to for the whole entire year, never check up on me that once. Oh, what? Them out of my phone long time. I delete their number long time. They never check me. That means you don't have space. You don't have space in my life. No. All right, besties, I'm gone. Bye. Have a good day. Rewatch the live. Remember, when you come off of here, so go over to YouTube at Immigration Help 101. Watch, like, and subscribe. Bye.